This is the Ethereum one-year overview reading for the year of 2025. It's currently March 12th, 2025, 11:02 p.m. Eastern Time. Ethereum at the time of this reading, $1,889.71. That's USD. And the shuffle video for the Ethereum 2025 reading was created on March 8th, 2025 at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So in a case like this, guys, if you're new to the channel, SO meta-analysis uses standardized time frames. So there's like a 1 year period for 2025. We do a 1 year period. So even though we're doing a 2025 reading and it's March now, we still use the whole 1 year period. And in a case like that, it's actually kind of beneficial because we can look at the first quarter and see if the cards are saying what the first quarter and the chart behavior actually did, and that'll give us a good idea of the accuracy of the reading. Most cases it's on point, but occasionally you see that it's not going according to plan, and then what you'd probably consider doing is a new reading at that moment. In any case, what we're going to go over in this reading, the overall chart behavior and trend for the year of 2025. We're going to give you the timing down to a 2 week period of events helping or hindering that trend. We're going to give you chart behavior to look out for near the year's highest high and chart behavior to look out for near the year's lowest low. Then we're going to go and review 2024's Ethereum reading, see how we did for accuracy before we come back and we do a week by week sequence of chart events for the entire year of 2025. Now, it's important to understand with the sequence of chart events, not each card's energy going left to right across the screen is going to necessarily line up with 2 weeks of time. So in some cases, in some of these one year readings, you'll need to give the reading plus or minus 2 to 3 weeks of wiggle room. It's a sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction that is most important to follow. The timing is secondary, even though it's usually on point. There will be cases where you need to do that plus or minus, and that's why it's important not to try to trade this information yourself, to see this as like a guide to what we expect to see. But if you're serious about trading SO meta-analysis, what you need to do is get our total access subscription on the website Tarot for Traders, which will give you access to the live Discord trade alerts and live trading view chart links with chart drawings for this and a bunch of other tickers in crypto. I'll show you how to get that at the end of the video after we give you one of the best trades that we see, so stay tuned for that. Now, before we get into it, I just want to make sure you're aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following through on the rule of karma. It's a threefold rule where 5%, you go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of all profits from this information should be donated forward to one of these links. Just click here and donate. It's a great way to pay it forward. It keeps the flow of abundance flowing through the universe, and it also effectively transmutes competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. Imagine if everybody took a piece of what they made every time and put it towards goodwill, how much better the world would be. And then 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise, you can use crypto. There's a bunch of different QR codes with the crypto. And this leaves you, this is how you say thank you to the channel for all of the content that we put out. And it's also a way to express gratitude. And when you express gratitude, you beget more gratitude. What you are attracts more of same, right? So if you're grateful, you'll have more to be grateful for. So that's a way to keep the flow of abundance going through to you. And it leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend the 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor of the channel. Universe will send it back to you tenfold for following through. You do that regularly, and I'll contact you myself, guaranteed. All right, guys, let's get into it. Blessings to all my angel investors. All right, so the overall theme and behavior for Ethereum in 2025, it's the Sun card as the theme is a super, super bullish trend card. So overall, this is going to be pretty bullish year. It's crossed with some pretty big moves to the upside. Usually those are out of oversold territory, like on the scale of a 1 year. It could easily be like a short squeeze of some kind, but a really big move to the upside, which is probably coming up really, really soon. And that's something that I'll talk about for sure in more detail in the total access version of this video, where I talk about the timing of the highest high and lowest low for the year and give you all of the trades that we see throughout the year. So the behavior on the highest high for the year, we have a notable peak that'll stand out on a 1 year chart scale minimum, and we should have a sharp decline off of that peak, which creates the peak. The high and the low for the year are within close time proximity to each other, so usually that's within like a month's time of each other, usually. Sometimes it's just like a one move from a low straight to a high. It could take more time, but like there's not a lot of zigzag, but usually it's like within a one month's time. Behavior around the lowest low, there's an important support level on a multi-year scale highlighted. A lot of price change into and or out of that low. Probably into that low. A lot of price change, and then sideways rotation along that multi-year support. Everything that I talk about as far as like big moves, support, resistance, things like that, that's all going to be on the scale of a 1 year chart scale with 1 week candlesticks, unless otherwise, well, actually with 1 day candlesticks, unless otherwise specified. Now let's take a look and see how this 2025 reading is doing thus far with this this piece that we've already got going for March. So we had this opportunity at the beginning of the year to open up a short position or close long positions at key resistance. You can see how that came to fruition. These are examples of the type of chart drawings that you get as part of the Total Access subscription. Just a sneak peek of some of the stuff. And a lot of it will come with explanations or even trade guidance. And then there's a fake out, it looks like at the end of the month. It looks like we're going to go higher. Instead, we have this rally into key resistance and we decline with consecutively lower spikes up. Unexpected move to the upside right at the end of the month, followed by more decline into March. This looks really solid thus far, guys. We had a lowest low thus far here in February, a lower price level in March. This is an on-point reading thus far. All right, so before we get into the week-by-week chart behavior and give you one of the best trades that we see for the year 2025, let's take a look at 2024 and see how we did. Now, I just want you guys to keep in mind, the 2024 reading, the shuffle file was created on 9/24/23. So September 24th, 2023. Since that time, we've got substantially better, guys. I mean, that was 2023. All right, we're in 2025. We've done an insane amount of 1 years, and the system has definitely updated since that time. But let's see how we're doing. We have a prominent peak at the beginning of the year, a lowest low thus far in February. That's pretty solid. Move to the upside in March, offering opportunity to open up a short position, close long positions. That came into fruition. Looks like the highest high in the highest high in May. Well, we had for April ends up being in May. We also have it in May, so it's like April, May. We almost came to it in April, but we have it in May. And there's this big move out of a decline in May from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. That's the strength card. Volatility in June, with a high for the year in June as well. And then we go into, there's possibility of a lowest low on the cusp of June, July. It looks like it ends up being July, August. Little haywire here, but then we come back to a low in November, followed by big moves to the upside in December, taking us back to highs, and we have a possibility of highs here at the end of the year. So this was pretty solid. As far as trades, opening up a short position here, just for an example, in March at the March high, right, that would have offered significant profitable opportunity. We would have closed out of that either at the March low, or we would have held that until the cusp of May, June, and that would have been a pretty solid trade as well. So this was really accurate reading, guys. Just to be clear, that was done in 2023. The full reading was done beforehand. All right, so we're going to get into the week-by-week chart behavior for 2025 now. And then we'll give you one of the best trades. And then after that, guys, I'll show you guys how to get the Total Access subscription, which gives you access to the live trading view chart links, where we do these drawings in real time. And it also gives you the Discord trade alert channel for Ethereum, as well as a bunch of other tickers in crypto with 1 year chart information. It gives you access to ask live stream questions all throughout the week. It gives you access to a chat channel that gives you access to ask me questions at any time of day. It also gives you day trades for SPY. It gives you 1 month predictions by the day for a bunch of crypto and ticker. I mean, there's a ton of stuff there, guys. It's game-changing services. If you're actually going to trade this stuff, I highly recommend that you. I don't recommend. I suggest that you absolutely must have these services if you plan to trade this. Otherwise, just look at this reading as a entertainment. We're proving to you that this stuff works and can be used practically in the real world. But again, there's wiggle room sometimes involved in the timing. And for that reason, you must have access to the Discord trade alerts if you're serious about trading this stuff. Again, I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. Those total access videos also have the timing for the year of the highest high and the lowest low, and all of the best trades that we see throughout the year. All right, so let's get into that week by week chart behavior. So again, it looks like here at the beginning of the year, oh, we already covered this part. So here in March, we've got this lowest low thus far in March with this big breakout move to the upside out of it, and it looks like equal amounts of bulls and bear inflow and outflow as we like move around the end of March and into April. April, we've got a failed attempt to break through key resistance in the early part of April, followed by a decline through key support. Bearish price swings into a sharp drop into the April low, which will form after a crest that we sell off from through multiple support levels. The later part of April, we've got a period of sideways rotation ending with a fast sudden move higher. And then the April high is within close time proximity to a prominent low on a 1-year chart scale as well. Full card opportunity in May, indicating a significant trade opportunity that'll stand out amongst all the other trade opportunities throughout the 2025 readings. It's hard to determine right off the bat which direction that's going. Sometimes it's both, but let's see what the cards have to say about that. Okay, so it's like a pop and a drop there. And again, the May high is a prominent peak on a 1-year chart scale. It's the May high and the May low are within close time proximity to each other. The May low is also a prominent trough on a 1-year chart scale. A lot of price change covered in the later part of May into and or out of an important support level on a 1-year chart scale minimum that we rotate sideways along at some point. And near the May low, we have flat behavior with a May low probably mid-month. In June, we've got a fast sudden move higher in the early part of June, taking us into a peak mid-June where we do some sideways rotation after a big move into it. The later part of June, we have sideways rotation and a sharp drop that stands out in that sideways rotation. And the June low offers a trade opportunity I'll talk about in more detail later in this video. The June low is also within close time proximity to a prominent peak on a 1-year chart scale. In July, we've got an important technical price level in the early part of July, important on a multi-year scale that's highlighted. The July low within close time proximity to a prominent peak on a 1-year chart scale, and the July low forms. We have a decline increasing with the momentum moving forward into the low, and then a huge move to the upside out of it, probably have oversold territory, something along those lines. The later part of July, we've got a rally that's halted by a decline through key support. Bearish price swings or a sharp drop, and the July high forms when out of a sharp decline. We have a big move from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of the range. Looks like July highs in the later part of July. In early August, we've got multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance and a prominent trough on a 1-year chart scale. In early August, I hope I said it, we've got multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance and a prominent trough on a 1-year chart scale. In the August high, we've got a period of volatility and a sharp drop that'll stand out in that period of volatility. It also looks like it's a big move to the upside into the July high, probably out of some sort of oversold territory. A big move to the upside into the August high, probably out of oversold territory. It could just be a big move to the upside without the oversold part too. And then the August low forms when out of a decline. The decline ends with a fast sudden move higher. The later part of August, sideways rotation with a big move to the upside. Advised to be cautious there. There could be some sort of tricky chart behavior there in the later part of August, so be careful not to do anything impulsive. In September, a prominent trough on a 1-year chart scale. We successfully find support probably to the downside there. It looks like a rally turns over on the cusp of August into September, and we successfully find support to the downside in the early part of September. The September low forms when we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support, and that failed attempt at resistance we'll expect to break through based on preceding technicals, but instead we'll be disappointed it'll turn around and decline. And it looks like there's a prominent peak within close time proximity, a prominent peak on a 1-year chart scale within close time proximity to the September low. The later part of September, we've got bumping along resistance sideways, probably breaking through, bumping along resistance sideways some more, maybe breaking through some more. Overall, a lot of bumping along resistance sideways, but bullish overall. And then the September high, we've got a decline to and through support to meet another support. We rotate sideways along that second support for a bit before breaking down through more supports. It looks like there's a peak for the month towards the end of the month. In October, the early part of October, we got another prominent trough and it looks like a pop and a drop, a move higher and a full retracement. The October low, we should see sideways rotation, and it's also within close time proximity. The October low is a prominent trough on a one-year chart scale. It's also within close time proximity to a prominent peak on a one-year chart scale. The October high should form within a period of volatility, within a period of erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, we most likely are revisiting a crest that was recently a past opportunity, and it looks like it's a prominent peak on a one-year chart scale. And then there's notable reversals in the later part of October. Could be multiple reversals or one really big reversal that stands out on a one-year chart scale. Often I'm seeing multiple reversals with this full card, but the bigger out in time frame you go, the more likely it is to be a major reversal. I think it's multiple reversals though, because when we get into November, we've got price swings there, a prominent peak and a prominent trough taking place in early November. Out of the November low, a huge move to the upside, reaching for distant resistance. There's a sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a rally near the November high. Another notable move to the upside into the November high, and the later part of November we have a decline through multiple support levels into a prominent trough on a one-year chart scale again. A rally in early December taking us into key resistance on a one-year chart scale, followed by abruptly thereafter hitting that resistance, turning around and declining past the point at which the rally into that resistance started. There's likely to be two lows in December because we got this move higher through key resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through it shortly thereafter with the full retracement, indicating two lows with a peak in between. And we likely have two highs as well for December because we've got this three crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. First one to the upside, second one to the downside, third one to the upside, usually confirming a bullish trend. The later part of December is a prominent move higher, full retracement, and the December high is within close time proximity to a prominent trough on a one-year chart scale. Most likely we've got a December low in the later part of December based on the chart pattern of the low and the later part being correlating very strongly. And then the sneak preview for the following year, we should see a notable rally, an important trough and an important peak on a multi-year scale, both highlighted in 2026, but overall it looks like it's probably pretty bullish, and I'm advised to be cautious with some bearish price swings in there as well. We'll look at that in more detail when we get into the reading for the 2026 1 year of Ethereum. All right, guys, let me give you one of the best trades that I see. It's important to remember, guys, this is just like for paper trading. If you're going to trade this stuff, if you're planning on trading this information for real, you must have access to our total access subscription, where we have the live Discord trade alerts, live updated trading view charts, our information about all the highs. You have me in real time, and I keep you up to date in real time. This is an expectation, a guide to expectations. In real time, we can give you more concise information. So remember that, guys, entertainment purposes. But as far as that goes, yeah, so there's a peak. Okay, so there's a peak in April within close time proximity to a prominent trough on a one-year chart scale. So what I would do is if we see like a highest high thus far in April, I would open up I would open up a short position and close that short position in early to mid-May when we've come back down near lows for the year thus far. Pretty close to them, and what we'll see is some flat behavior near the May low. That would be an indication to exit. The full card in early May and then the ace of discs in late May likely have more than one opportunity to exit out in May. But rule of thumb with SO meta-analysis is always take the first exit. Do not wait for backup exits ever. Use them only in emergency circumstance when you need a backup because you missed the trade or the first exit ended up being wrong or something like that. It's best to take that profit early and then take that money and reposition it into your next profitable or next promising trade. So with that said, guys, that's Ethereum for 2025. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys how to... Oh, and in the total access version, we're also going to do reviews of the multi-year reading to see how we're fitting into that. You get access to our Discord, which has all of these different cryptos and tickers, and total access has all of these for 1 year. I mean, a ton of stuff. The way that you get total access, you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. Total Access is our premium subscription. This is $500 a month, vastly underpriced for what you're getting. You're getting day trade alerts for SPY. Almost every single day, profitable day trade alerts for SPY and SPY swing trades. You're getting the earliest access to all of our public posts on Discord. Our public posts on YouTube come out early on Discord. It also gets you the 1 month predictions with day-by-day chart behavior and highs and lows for all of these ticker and crypto symbols. All the trades and the Discord channels for that, and then it gives you 1 year readings for the majority of these. And if there's chart drawings for those, you'll see a Discord link for that, or excuse me, a trading view link for that in the Discord channel that corresponds to this ticker or crypto symbol. A ton of stuff, guys, severely underpriced. And with that said, much love and appreciation to all those of you supporting the channel. And if you're interested in getting a crypto or ticker symbol covered on a 1 year scale that you don't see on that list, you can go to custom readings here under order now. You want to click on the 1 year report. They're $500 normally. If it's been done already, you'll see it on this list. This needs to be updated, but if it's on this list, you can get $100 off by ordering it because it's already been done. But normally they're $500 a month, $500 for a 1 year, and it gets you basically the same reading that you saw here, plus the timing of the highs and lows for the year. We're usually right. We're not right all the time, but we are usually right, my friends. So super valuable information. Much love and appreciation. Blessings to all my angel investors. You know where to go. You know what to do. I will see you guys on the next one.